Hey friends, it's your old pal SVH here with today's Daily Nugget for January the 3rd, 2021. Today is from Nature Meditations by Hazrat Inayat Khan. And the subject today is going to be on roses. And roses really have kind of a special meaning in our particular Sufi order. Our Murshid, when I say Murshid, I mean teacher. Murshid is just a word for teacher. So when you have a guide on this path, they're usually referred to as the Sheikh or the Murshid. In my case, mine is a Murshida because I have a woman teacher. And so when I refer to Murshid, I'm usually talking to Hazrat Inayat Khan because we all consider him our teacher and guide in this particular path. But Murshid was very fond of roses, really loved the smell of roses, really loved the essence of roses, what they give off in terms of their beauty and their fragrance. And the story has it that when he passed away at a very young age. He was 44 and he passed away of pneumonia kind of unexpectedly on a trip back home. He was traveling the world, sharing the Sufi message, and traveled back home to India. And during a stay there, he came down with pneumonia and unfortunately passed. But the story goes that when he passed, that he went in his room and meditated, and the next day he had passed. And when everyone walked into the room, the family went into the room, they could smell the smell of roses really strongly. And I guess even after his body was taken from the house, there was this distinct smell of roses in the air. So just a beautiful story. And I think of that concept too. I have a lyric line, I can't remember exactly how the lyric goes at this moment, but the idea is when you raise a rose up in your hand and crush it with your fist, would you realize that the fragrance is still there? So that's really the beauty of devotion, and I think what this speaks to in this particular one today. So I'll elaborate more on that after I read you today's nugget of wisdom. The rose offers to me thy message of love. I offer to thee my devotion in rose. The rose offers to me thy message of love. I offer to thee my devotion in rose. So I love this idea. There's two parts to this one. The rose offers to me thy message of love. So in that lyric that I spoke about before I read this, if you crush a rose, if you crush it with your fist, the petals might fall away, you might kill the physical material of the rose, but that fragrance is still going to last on your hand. The essence of the rose lives on in its fragrance. And those are the two real aspects of it. The rose offers beauty in itself, in its visual aspect, but then what is the rose offering its message of love? It's its fragrance, it's its essence. When you think of wine is the essence of the grape. But when you think of the flower, the essence of the flower is the fragrance. It could also be its color. It could be some different, they could have more than one essence, but the real true essence of the rose is its fragrance. And again, that no matter what how you look at it, if you crush that rose, it's going to leave its fragrance behind. So that's just the beauty and the nature of the rose. And I think our devotion, the second part of this, I offer to thee my devotion in rose. How would we offer our devotion in rose? We would become the essence of our devotion. So our devotion, our faith, our belief, our daily prayers, our daily, just our exploration of the daily nugget every day can be devotion. That's a devotional, that's what these are. They're daily devotionals. So our devotion, if we offer it in rose, then we offer the essence of the teachings to come through us and to be given to others. So as we share a message or share truth, we're sharing a devotion to that essence, and we're sharing that very essence. And again, that's really what I try to put off in my work. I want to vibrate at a certain frequency. I want to give off a certain consciousness and really resonate and give off a certain magnetism, hopefully that really enlivens the soul of another to really find their own light, and to really, you know, find your own way to build your magnetism, increase your capability of being more devotional in everyday life. You know, Pir Zia, which is Hazrat Inayat Khan's grandson, who I have the distinct honor of working with in our order right now. He's the head of our spiritual order. I know I'm going to say this wrong, because he says everything's so poetic and so perfectly that it's hard to really quote him and give the same dignity to the words as he does, but I'll do my best. But he says, with every breath, we're born again. With every single breath. Think of that. With every single breath, a new birth. So it's a new moment and a new opportunity with each breath to create, to live different, to live better, to live more devoted, you know, and to be more of those essences that you want to be, you know. And I mentioned before in one of the videos that, you know, we work with sacred phrases, the wazaif, the wazifa, and that's what those are, is it's bringing in those divine qualities, bringing in the essence of that name into your own being and embodying it and embracing it. And that, to me, I think is offering my devotion in rose. So offering our devotion in rose, I think, is really really critical. And I know right now a lot of you are offering your devotion to our country, to, you know, just the upholding of truth and freedom. So I know that many of you right now are offering that devotion in rose. So I salute you. I thank you for that. And let's continue to uplift each other and hold each other up. And no matter what rose gets crushed in our hands, the essence will still be there. So let's hold on tight to observe and uphold the beauty of the rose in devotion today. So that's my thought. That's my nature meditation from Hazrat Inayat Khan. That's our daily nugget of wisdom. And again, I really appreciate everybody checking these out. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button below. Make sure that you're hitting the bell notification so you're getting these videos every day. And I look forward to sharing more truth and wisdom with you again tomorrow. Have a great night. Amin.